I'm Barry Tramel, and is the Thunder-Grizzlies series over? I have to say, yes it is.
Well, I think the big question now is how many games? Is it ending Friday in Game 6, or is it going to go to Sunday and be a Game 7? From the Opupka Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Press Row. I'm Jenni Carlson. All right, Barry, you say it ends. I say it ends too. Is it ending in 6 or 7?
I think it probably ends in 7. I don't think the browbeating the Grizzlies took on Wednesday night is going to kill their spirit, going to kill their focus. I think Memphis very capable of winning Game 6. You just don't see many teams win a Game 7 on the road. That's what is going to haunt Memphis at the end. The Grizzlies had their chance in Game 4. They won Game 3 in overtime. Game 4 went 3 overtimes. Memphis had a chance to take a 3-1 series lead. Charles Barkley and the guys said it that night. They said whoever wins this game is going to win the series. I think that's probably true. Then we saw the Thunder dominate Game 5. I think it's going to be a very difficult measure for the Grizzlies to win a Game 7 in Oklahoma City.
No doubt about that, but I actually think the Thunder are going to take care of this series in Memphis on Friday night. I said before the series started that I thought the Thunder would win in 6 games, and I'm going to stick with that. I think right now the Thunder have shown they're capable of going to Memphis and playing well. They obviously gave up the big lead in Game 3. They had a big deficit to come back from, then won in triple overtime in Game 4. So while the performances have been kind of all over the map, these guys have been able to build a big lead in Memphis and also to overcome a big deficit in Memphis. I think they're very capable of winning in Memphis on Friday. Now, the crowd's going to be crazy. The crowd is fantastic there. I don't know if I'd put it up to Oklahoma City standards because people here have been doing it all season. In Memphis, it's been a recent development, but it's going to be a tough place to win, Barry. I say they win in 6, though, because they're just the better team. They've played better. They're asserting themselves as the better team. I think they go there and win.
Well, the Thunder obviously played 2 tight games in Memphis. Grizzlies have not beaten them in regulation in this series. So I think the Thunder very well could win Game 6. I do think it's a second straight tough mental game for the Grizzlies. Coming back from a 3 overtime loss, very difficult assignment. Now they've got to come back from a 99-72 loss in which they were just avalanched. So it's going to be a very, very tough mental check for Memphis. But this is a team that's proven to me to be pretty mentally tough this year. They lose their leading scorer, Rudy Gay. They stay tough. They make a trade in midseason, get Shane Battier, get even more mentally tough. This is a team that's proven to me to be pretty salty. I think Memphis finds a way to get a Game 6 victory, come back here for Game 7, where I think they have very little chance to win.
I don't doubt Memphis' mental toughness. I think it's obvious that, to go through the year that they did, especially with the loss of Rudy Gay and different things going on, there's no doubt that this is a tough team. But news to everybody out there, the Thunder's pretty tough too. Scott Brooks talked a little bit about that earlier this week. He said that's not really something that gets talked about because of the style of play on this team. You've got a lot of athletic guys. They get out and they go. And you don't really talk about these guys being a tough team. But they showed that resilience in Game 4, and I think they're going to continue to show it. And as much as anything, mentally, is that going to come into play in Game 6? Absolutely. Will it come into play if there's a Game 7? Sure. I just think when it comes down to it, the Thunder is on an even level with the Grizzlies mentally, and then they're better than they are physically, skill-wise. I think that trumps some things. I think the Thunder's in a great spot right now. Maybe they do go to Memphis and lose. I got them winning in 6 still, but I think this series is definitely over. Hey, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahomas.